I grew up as Christian. My boyfriend, we conflict because he's Muslim. And that's our biggest conflict right now too. We moved out here in January last year. Luckily his income tax had came, so we were able to put a down payment on an apartment. I was frustrated a little bit when I found out I was pregnant with my daughter. We talked about it and I just thought abortion was the best option for her. My mom was a drug addict. She's clean for 3 years now. She never kept any of us. There's 6 of us. I was in foster care since I was a year old. I didn't want my baby to go to a group home or to foster care. So that's why abortion was my only option at the time, because I didn't want her to go through the rejection and the hurt and pain. I found this Women's Resource Center online looking for abortions. Just kept looking online, but your guys' clinic just kept popping up. So I'm like, okay, let me just call this clinic. I called her and I said that I told her my situation. I told her that I had 3 kids already and there's no way I could afford another one. She was really nice. She just kept talking to me, and then she asked me if I go to church or if I have ever been to church. And I told her yes, I grew up in the church. And then she just started talking to me about what the Bible was saying, and I told her I know I don't really want to do abortion, but my situation is kind of forcing me to do an abortion. But she was like, just come in and just hear what we have to say. Saw the ultrasound, you guys were talking to me about it and showing me the different things on there, and I was getting excited at first because I'm like, okay, I'm getting excited. I don't really want the baby, but I do. At that point knew it was some kind of religion or some kind of something that was they're gonna talk to me and try to change my mind. And at the point, that's not what I wanted. But it was very convincing, and I came in and I was like, I needed the ultrasound, I needed this. And at the same time, I think that God brought me here for that reason too. Her name is Zanaya Neve. We picked Neve because it's heaven spelled backwards. Give her a kiss.
Finding out I was pregnant was definitely scary. I'm 19 years old, definitely not the time to get pregnant. So many thoughts in my mind when I found out, just my mom's thoughts, my boyfriend's thoughts, how I'm gonna do this. I'm working at a fast food restaurant right now, and very, very scared. I needed to make sure I was 100% pregnant, because of course you see the test and I'm just not completely sure yet. And so I looked up the center, came here. They told me I was definitely pregnant. This lady, she was very kind. She was also pregnant at a young age. So she was telling me her story. So it made me feel very comforted. You know, she was telling me about the gospel and everything. I told her, like, I grew up in church my whole life, so I always knew that abortion wasn't right. My mom was pregnant when she was young, so I knew, you know, she always told me, like, even if you do get pregnant, like, don't be scared, because, you know, when you see the baby's face, it makes it all worth it. And so I was just like, okay. I did tell my mom. She wasn't supportive at all. My whole life was laid out perfectly for me. You know, I had a college account, so when it's time for me to go to college, I had money for it. My mom bought my birth control. You know, my mom literally had everything perfect for me, so my life would be perfect, no pregnancy, but I was late on my birth control and I was really bad at it, so I ended up having him. She's a Christian, and she was telling me to get an abortion. She actually came out and told me she had an abortion after my brother. And she said, you know, we all can do it. People don't talk about it, but people get abortions. You know, this is not your time. I was born, you know, never believing in abortion, and I have everybody telling me, you know, get an abortion, right now is not the time. I first looked up Planned Parenthood, but they were just, I don't know, I didn't get a good vibe from them, and they also made you pay for a pregnancy test and ultrasound. It was really expensive. So then I found this one and everything was free, so I was like, okay. I came here super scared, and, you know, I left very positive, like, okay, you know, she's done it, I can do it. It kind of brought me closer to God, because After a couple years ago, I stopped going to church and everything. So it was just a reminder, God's also here with you. You can always pray to him, and you always feel better when you pray. And so it was nice, just coming here and just getting reminded about all that. It's a very scary time.
The first time I came, I was very, very stressed out because I was pregnant. I really didn't want to have the baby because of the situation, money-wise and all of that. I mean, I have other kids and I want them to go to college. I want to keep working and all of that. So another baby would kind of hold everything, I felt like I was in a dark hole, everything just kind of closed into me. And so people were telling me, no, there's a lot of help. You should just search for it, internet and stuff like that. So I called here and they gave me an appointment. I talked to one of your counselors and she talked to me about God, which was really, really all this time when I was stressed out about me being pregnant, not once did I think oh, okay, God, no. I was thinking, what's gonna happen, just my kid's future and my future and what the situation I was living in. So when she talked to me about God, it kind of it made me feel I don't know, something, and I can't explain it. I felt like there was hope. After I left this place, I started looking at things differently. The way I was with my kids, I started giving them more love. I mean, not that I don't love them, I do, but extra care, extra love, and I'm being more patient, because a lot of times when you have little kids, you run out of patience. And that changed with me and with the baby too. So I started loving my baby, the one I was carrying in my womb at the time. I started loving him more and more, and now that he's born, I feel everything that I talked to you guys about, it helped me, saying, instead of saying I don't want this baby, it helped me a lot, saying I do want my baby. I want my baby, and right now I do love my baby. He's the most wonderful thing that happened to me, and you guys too. Because when you feel everything's closing in, everything's just dark, you guys came in and it helped me. It helped me a lot.
One day I started getting sick, and then I was scared. So I went to the CVS, and then there was this lady there because she saw me just staring at them, and I was scared. I didn't want to pick it up, and she gave me a card, which was here. The first thought in my mind was abortion. Growing up, I didn't have my mom that much. She was forever accusing me of ruining her life because she had me at 16. I was those children that tried so hard to get her love and affection. I drank, I started smoking. I thought maybe if I was to the point where I'm almost dead, she'll look at me. I started cutting myself. I did everything to try to get her attention, and it didn't really work. I left my house at 17, and I just started doing whatever. I worked, but I did drugs. I drank every day. So I didn't really care about my life. When I came in, they gave me a confirmation. They took me into a room to counsel me, and I spoke to Diane. She talked to me about accepting Christ in my heart, and I said yes. After I was leaving, she gave me a Bible that she had wrote in it. And as I opened the Bible, I just started to cry. Because in my heart, I knew that I always said, oh, people that abort are murderers, but I was thinking it myself. I would constantly open that Bible and remind myself that someone's out there looking out for me. That's why I really love this place, because it gives everybody hope. They don't judge you. You could tell them anything and they'll always listen to you. They help you with anything you need. They give a whole bunch of people. I'm pretty sure they saved a lot of lives, because I'm pretty sure if I would have had an abort, I would have had killed myself. I'm a better person now, not only because I have God in my life, but because I gave birth to this beautiful baby I chose to keep. And she has been the best thing that has ever happened to me. I don't regret ever having a thought of abortion, because that brought me here. That brought me to this place, and it changed my life completely. I don't think I could ever go back. But it was the greatest experience of my life, because she is 8 months old now, and as I watch her grow, she talks a lot. Right now she's not talking, but she usually talks a lot. She smiles. Through all my depression and the horrible stuff that happened in my life, I got the best thing out of it.